Yes, hello folks, welcome back. I'm hoping you're doing well, whatever you are. And of course, yes, political and here, we the court power, we the set Kenya. Now, if there is something that is actually stressing William Ruto, is the choice of his next running mate. Because we are now approaching 2027 elections. And Ruto would want a running mate that, of course, will bring votes to his basket. One, he has Kindiki. Two, he has Wanga from Nyanza region. Now, the Mbeere North by-election was a preparation for the next deputy president or the next running mate of William Ruto. Remember, Kindiki has never been Ruto's running mate. In fact, Ruto won the last election not because he was with Gachagua as per se, but he was with Gachagua. Okay? Gachagua was his running mate, and Gachagua managed to convince the Mount Kenya people to vote for William Ruto. Even though William Ruto had already made some inroads, he had already convinced the Mount Kenya people to vote for him. That's the reality. Now, Kindiki, now we have seen youths from Mount Kenya region, rallying, having press conferences, saying that the new kingpin of Mount Kenya is Kindiki.
Electoral results. It is a clear endorsement by the people of the Mount Kenya region of His Excellency Professor Kithure Kindiki as the only spokesperson, political stabilizer, and the principal leader in our region. So we therefore state unequivocally that any other individual posturing and masquerading out there as the Mount Kenya kingpin without the people mandate, that they only speak for themselves. They don't speak for the region as the region has chosen its leaders. So we call upon all the residents and leaders in the Mount Kenya region to set aside political factionalism and differences and rally behind.
And of course, I have been opining in this podcast that the Mbeere North by-election was not just a normal by-election. It was a by-election to prepare a new kingpin in Mount Kenya.
Kwa sasa tunakuomba wewe kaa pale wa Munyoro na mbuzi yako na ng'ombe yako pale na uachane na watu ya Mlima Kenya, na pia unjue ya kwamba Mlima Kenya iko na kiongozi ambaye anaitwa Professor Kithure Kindiki.
Because how do you explain a one by-election, a member of parliament? How can it, result? How can it, tell people that now we have this as our kingpin? How does the winning of Mbeere North, show or confirm to Kenyans that now the kingpin of Mount Kenya is Kindiki? Because this win, Wamathende win, first of all, it's questionable. Because as we are talking now, the Supreme Court has ordered the High Court of Embu to investigate this matter. And the way the Supreme Court is behaving is like they know that this case is a serious one, and this case, actually, the best verdict is to cancel the Wamathende win. One, because Wamathende is not a voter in the Mbeere North. Two, Wamathende's name vary. The name in the Form 34A is different from the name in the Kingship and the polling station or polling papers. So, that's a strong evidence to terminate the win in Wamathende. And one thing I know is that the government will do anything in its power to convince Kenya that indeed UDA won the by-election.
Jana tulikuwa na uchaguzi katika taifa letu la Kenya mdogo. Si ndio? Kutoka Mbeere mpaka kule Kasipul. Kutoka kule Banisa kupitia Baringo mpaka kufika huko Malava. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Kati ya viti 7, si ndio, ya ubunge na senate, yote 7 ilishindwa na broad based government. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Ni kweli ama si kweli? Mimi nataka niwaulize, si ndio? Unajua kuna watu Kenya hii wamezoea maneno ya bure. Wakikuja hapa mutawasikia ni watu hawana agenda, ni watu hawana mpango, ni watu hawana sera. Watakuja hapa wawaambie maneno matatu peke yake, hakuna kitu kingine watawaambia. Watawaambia one term, Kasongo must go.
Number two, this win ya Mbeere North, hata kama iliibiwa ama ikuibiwa, the fact is it has exposed Gachagua's weakness. Because in any election, the voters expect you to win. Doesn't matter whether you're stealing or you're not stealing. Because if at all the Mbeere North election was stolen, that of course makes the voters lose hope. They're like, okay, we have voted for Karish, but ameibiwa kura. So inamaanisha kwamba we can't follow you. We cannot accept you as our kingpin, because hata kama tukupigia kura still zitaibiwa. That's the notion. And of course that somehow wange nafanya watu, people refuse to vote, or people give up, or people follow your opponent. For example, in the year 2022, one of the things that made Raila Odinga lose the election is that there was low voter turnout in Nyanza region. Probably the people who refused to go and vote for Raila, they had given up, or maybe they thought that Raila Odinga ataibiwa too. Okay, there's that voter apathy. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. This win, whether imeibiwa ama haijabiwa, it somehow exposes Gachagua's weaknesses, and Gachagua has to come very hard if at all he wants to remain the kingpin of Mount Kenya, because Kindiki used this Mbeere North to finish Gachagua, and it was a planned thing. And of course, it even tells us that Ruto is planning to have Kindiki as his running mate.
Ruto, DP, Abraham, Kithure, Kindiki, CS Roko, Karinda, Governor wa Embu, nawavulia kofia. Nawavulia kofia. Nyinyi ni watu wa nguvu, watu wanao mwelekeo, wanasiasa wa kueleweka, si wanasiasa wa ujinga, si wanasiasa wa kupiga mdomo, ni wanasiasa wa kufocus. Mumefanya kazi ya ajabu, mumefanya kazi kubwa katika Mount Kenya. Yaani mumemwactualize Abraham Kithure kuwa kiongozi wa Mount Kenya kingpin. Bwana Abraham, Professor Kindiki, Kithure. Self-proclaimed kiongozi saa hii yuko mashakani. Aangaliwe kama ako kakani ama ako kara ni kule amezoea kukimbia baada ya moyo kukimbia mbio 1000 beats per minute. Mimi ningemshauri wa Bwana Gachagua kuwa hii sio ligi yake.
Yes. What he's going to do is just going to give Nyanza people kazi. Kina Mbadi kwa minister, Wanga nini wapewe kazi. Then akiwapatia kazi, they will actually go to Nyanza region and of course convince the voters to vote for him. But since Central region is the main determinant in this election, he is going to have Kindiki as his running mate, not Wanga. Kindiki is the one who is going to be the running mate of William Ruto. That's why you see Ruto made sure that this Mbeere election ameshinda. Alitumia pesa nyingi sana to ashinda hii election, because he knew very well that once he has won these elections, he will be able to convince the mountain people to vote for him. That's why you see, even after Wamathende was announced the winner, what happened? The following day, he went to Kiambu and he tried to tell them that now the person who has been claiming that he's the kingpin is not the kingpin. The kingpin is Kindiki. He's trying to make Kindiki a powerful figure, so that amtumie in the next election. And that's the game plan in Mbeere North. So that's what I'm saying. This petition now we are seeing is going to dearly cost this UDA. If at all the Wamathende win is cancelled, it will force UDA to go back to the drawing board, because they're hoping to use this Mbeere North as the only tool to convince the mountain people that indeed Kindiki is the kingpin. And now you are seeing group of young people coming out claiming, warning Kindiki, warning Gachagua to stay away. So they want to crown Kindiki as the kingpin. That is the game plan that we are seeing in this Mbeere North by-election. Okay? And now, remember, we are having the MCS. Remember when Karish resigned and Duncan Boy resigned, they left their seats vacant because these two were MCS in Embu, but they resigned to contest in Mbeere North. So we have two vacant seats, the MCA. And of course, Gachagua has vowed to teach William Ruto a lesson. So here's the thing now. William Ruto will have to win this MCS. He will have to actually position his UD candidate, Washinda, his MCS seats. Because if at all Gachagua wins this MCS seats, this will actually nullify the win of Wamathende. Yes, because Gachagua will say that ila Wamathende libiwa but hii hajaiba imeshinda. Because even if MCS seat ni ndogo, it still matters when it comes to political battlefield. So ni vita ya kisiasa pale Mbeere North. And they want to prepare, Ruto's main goal is to prepare the next running mate, Wake. And of course, he is preparing Kindiki. And Gachagua's main goal is to stop William Ruto from getting any vote from Mount Kenya region. Now tell me, do you think Kindiki will be crowned the next kingpin of Mount Kenya? Or do you think all this will fail? Thank you guys. Subscribe. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dr. Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.